Am I the asshole for sending an invoice to my wife's cousin after she didn't have space for us at her wedding? I own a printing company that I run with my wife. Her cousin came to us and wanted us to do all the signage, banners, guest books, life-size cutouts, etc. for her wedding. We do this all the time for friends' weddings and events, and we never charge. We're happy to help out, and it's usually a lot of fun working together to make some cool stuff. A few weeks before the wedding, her wedding planner told us that they need all the items by X date so they can set it up before the wedding. At this point, we hadn't received our wedding invitations and didn't even know when the actual wedding was. My wife texts her and tries to clarify when the wedding is and if we missed the invitation somehow. Her cousin replies and says, "Oh, we downsized the wedding and we decided to have like a close friends and family thing, and that they didn't have space for us in the small venue. And on top of it, we've spent close to $2,000 on all the materials." Her cousin and the wedding planner kept making tiny revisions to the artwork, had us print samples to see how it would look in person, resized several of the items a few times, etc. All that cost a ton of time and money. And we're a functioning business, so we either had to delay other orders or stay up late and print her stuff on our own time. So I went ahead and billed her for our cost and said we needed payment before delivery because I'm not going to chase her for payment for months and years after the wedding. We're not making money on it, just charged her for the cost of materials. See, they didn't even charge her for the time, which is a huge deal. So far, we've gotten threatening calls from the cousin, her fiance, some random members of my wife's family that I don't know, some of the groomsmen, etc., essentially calling us assholes. After the harassment, I'm considering charging full price, or else we don't deliver the items. Are we the assholes here? Sorry, but I'm not going to waste my hard-earned time and money on someone who doesn't even consider us close friends and family. I think for you to be considered the asshole here, there would have had to been some explicit conversation in the beginning about agreeing that these items would be free. If that was not an explicit conversation, then you're not the asshole. In my experience, you also needed to plan on having the conversation about it costing money in the beginning of this process as well. So the fact that it wasn't clarified by either party kind of makes you both assholes. Whether it was her original intention to not invite you or not, we can't say. You had an original intention of going, though. So there should have been a conversation there. Her not inviting you is shitty. Yes, she is an asshole for that. Putting you in this position, she is an asshole for that. In the grand scheme of this whole messed up situation, you are not an asshole. However, not having disclosed that it was going to cost money in the beginning shifts a little bit of the blame your direction. Now, again, she didn't clarify that you wouldn't be able to attend, so she's an equal asshole at that point. And then she chalks up a whole bunch of extra asshole points along the way. So she's clearly the asshole winner. Congratulations, here's an asshole medal that's shaped like an asshole. And the whole situation is messed up. I'm really confused by all these other people getting involved. So all of these other people that they're talking to heard their side of the story and were just like, yeah, seems legit. I'm going to threaten those people. Your average person doesn't do that. They would have had to amplify this story somehow to get people pissed off enough to threaten you. Lesson learned because you got burned. No matter what, discuss it at the beginning of the process, moving forward for anybody that you ever potentially do this for again. You need to be very clear about what you're charging them, what you're not charging them, and why you're charging them. But now what if they come back and say, oh, we made room for you at the wedding? Is it now free again? Or because you were already offended, are you still charging for the materials? Or maybe you're less offended now, so you charge for half the materials. I don't know. I'm just curious how that would change things if they then made space for you. But you can avoid this kind of thing happening in the future.